Good morning. Welcome to the Lasham Daily Briefing for Saturday, the 18th of January 2025. As per usual, we're starting with the synoptic charts, and here we've got lunchtime yesterday. We did manage to do some flying yesterday. We did about a dozen launch failures with a cloud base of about 700 feet. Not much has changed overnight if we run this through. That cold front, if we just run back this sort of weak cold front that was lurking around, has disappeared. It's kind of fizzled out, but there's not a great deal changed there. And by lunchtime today, we've still got this high pressure and we've still got the low cloud that's associated with it. So we're just going to have to put up with that throughout the day. If we take that through tomorrow, it's lunchtime tomorrow. Again, not very much changed there. Into Monday, starting to get a little bit of change. This low pressure out in the Atlantic starting to force its way in, and we can see by Tuesday or into Wednesday that's starting to affect the weather. So there's not much changing over the next few days. Satellite pic shows complete cloud cover over the whole of southern England. There's no gaps anywhere near us, anything like that we could perhaps rely on. So it's going to be overcast all day, I think. There's no rain on the rain radar, and there's virtually no rain on the rain forecast either, taking that right through till there's the darkness there. If we have a quick look at Odium's METAR, the TAF is a bit out of date. It was issued yesterday. But their METAR is 100 degrees, 3 knots, 6 kilometers in mist, overcast at 500 feet. Temperature 2, dew point 1, pressure 1030. And if we have a look at Farnborough, their actual is variable 2 knots, 7 kilometers, viz, overcast at 600 feet. Temperature 2, dew point 1, pressure 1031. And they're forecasting 1305 knots greater than 10k viz broken at 600 feet with a 40% chance that between now and about 12 o'clock visibility going up to about 7 kilometers and then becoming between 10 and 1 broken at 1,000 feet with a 30% chance in the afternoon. It's going to be broken at 800 feet. Spot winds then to the north, 1,000-foot wind, 200, 10 knots. To the south, 0705 knots. Windy is showing an easterly flow of about 3 to 4 knots at the moment, and the local forecast is concurring with that at about 3 to 4 knots easterly flow throughout the day. Temperature not getting much above about 3 to 4 centigrade in the best part of the day, and of course being overcast throughout the whole day there. GFS are quite optimistic with a 5 centigrade there, and the dew point is down at about 2. Currently, here at Lasham, we have 2 centigrade with a dew point down at 0. And looking out the window, the camera from the south side is showing that it's quite misty with a low cloud base there. SkySight kind of mirrors that. They've got the cloud basically down on the ground for much of the day, and then rising up around about lunchtime to maybe just over 1,000 feet if we're lucky. And Top Meteo, they showed something similar. They've got low clouds throughout the day, and yeah, maybe just a little bit of a rise in cloud base towards the end of the afternoon. That's pretty much it. So no times for today then, just in case we do go out and fly. To the south first, Nines, Goodwoods, their operating hours have changed since the last few days. They're now 0900 to 1630. 13 here is Oakhanger. There's a rat there for the exclusion of UASs. 15 is Winchester's live firing. The danger height has gone up to 1,100 feet MSL. 16 is Waverley. There's flares going off there. That's not until about 4:15 this afternoon. 18 and 19 is Burfield and Welford. Again, as per Oakhanger, it's rats for the exclusion of UASs. So let's have a quick look then at the Odium cross section. And You can see that layer throughout the whole day. They're saying it's going to be broken stratus. I very much doubt it's going to be much more than that or any better than that. But we'll keep an eye on it, and if we can get out and fly, then we will do so. They're forecasting surface winds 110, 4 knots, going around to 080. So basically an easterly flow throughout the day. Um, there's virtually no weather, although there might be temporarily a bit of mist at the beginning and end of the day, and there's no hazards associated with that. Excuse me. Glider bookings then. There's a couple of K-21s booked for instructional flying. There's one K-21 booked for aerobatics. I very much doubt that's going to happen. There's a K-21 on the casual list, and this afternoon the youth group have a K-21 and K-13 booked. Trial lessons have been cancelled for the day, and there's availability in all the single-seaters. There's nobody on the casual list as yet, and the simulator is available as per normal. Usual charts notice for the SPL deadline. I'm sure you're all aware of the dates by now. There is one movement planned for today. 10:29 is the 737 arriving from Belgium. And airfield ops general situation is that there's still a high pressure over Europe and it's blocking the Atlantic weather systems. Low cloud remains in the area. I've not updated this. This should read runway 09 hard for launching and 09 for landing, and avoid using the wheel brakes on the grass. Please do not land or taxi on the disused runways, and please clean the gliders that cease to play. So there's the airfield setup, launch point vehicle in the middle of the runway, just to the north of centre line, area towing to the north, winch launching to the south, and cables up the side of the runway. So that's it from me today. I shall see you in the clubhouse shortly, and we can discuss whether we can get out there or not. We'll just keep an eye on the weather throughout the day, and we'll make a decision as and when. Catch you later.